New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
Hello, folks. Welcome to Evening Prayers for Saturday, November 12th, 2022 on the New Thought Media Network. My name is Muro. I am a practitioner at the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living in Northern California, and I am, as always, delighted to be here with you this evening, or whatever time it might be whenever you listen to this. Folks, we love to pray here. This is what we do. And as you know, the New Thought Media Network is devoted to encouraging and enhancing and bringing about the greatest explanations and experiences and education and joy to your spiritual life. This is what we do. We are literally a worldwide collection of ministers and practitioners who stand here in the high watch for you, offering affirmative prayer. Affirmative prayer is not begging, it's not beseeching, it's actually aligning with your spiritual truth, the truth of who and whose you are. This evening, I was thinking about a conversation that I had with a client the other day, and we were talking about things that were causing us significant stress. And this person described the situation that they were going through and what it had brought up for them and how they were approaching it. And they said they felt like they had been to hell and back. And I thought that that was a very appropriate way to describe it. The circumstances that they were in were indeed extremely difficult. There's no question. But what they brought to it themselves, the way that they felt so stymied by it, so stopped, so restricted, they recognized that they were actually bringing about more suffering than the pain that they originally had. So they described that as being in hell. And I thought that was very appropriate when you think of our philosophy here in New Thought. There is a quote that I read from Ernest Holmes, who's the founder of religious science, Science of Mind. And he has the exact opposite part of that, if you will, the counterpart to the, living in hell based on our circumstances and our reactions to our circumstances. And this is what he said. He said, "The kingdom of heaven is that place within ourselves where there is universal and individual peace at all times, peace that holds no doubt of our abiding good and wise divine protection." And I thought that that was absolutely perfect. Hell and heaven, right here, right now, depending on how we align ourselves. And so with that, let's go into prayer. If you're comfortable doing so, if it's safe for you to do so, I'll invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Take a breath with me. And allow that breath to remind you of life. The life that brings energy and brings sustenance. But as you exhale, allow that out-breath to remind you of peace, to remind you of relaxation, to remind you of settling and centering and grounding. The very process of that out-breath brings us inward, brings us closer to that place where there is no noise, that place where there is no shouting, there is no discord, that place within, a place of calm, a place of comfort. And as I can feel my heart within my chest, I can feel the energy of the one. Each of us was created by loving spirit. Each creation of loving spirit is part of the one. There is no way that any creation of the one can be anything other. Within that spirit, within that consciousness, is the perfection that we seek. That perfection, that heavenly place is within. It's never taken away from us. It's always there. It's always available. And so when I find myself hearing this incredible chatter, this noise, this disruption, I know that it is time for me to be quiet. I know that it is time for me not to argue, not to object, not to fight, but it is time for me to surrender. Surrender to the power and the presence of the one. There is within not only peace and harmony, but there's strength, there's energy, there's power, because there is love. None of us is ever separate from that love. It is the love of the one, the love of God, the love of the universe. A love that is freely given at all times. A love that flows in and through and as us as we allow it to. God's grace is like a beacon of light. It's like this incredible shining sun, just brightening everything, bringing an energy and bringing a vitality and bringing color, bringing warmth into what would otherwise perhaps feel drab or colorless or cold. But just as there is no such thing as true cold, the true absence of heat, there is always heat. Just as there is no such thing as the true absence of light, there is always light. So too is there always, always the love of God, always the light and the grace of the One, always here within. And so my prayer this evening is not to get to that. It's not to invoke it. It's not to beg for it. It's to be free with it. To allow it to embrace me. Allow it to hold me. Allow it to protect, guide, and guard me. This is heaven within. This is the place of peace. This is the place of harmony that I have in my life at this moment. This sacred, incredible moment where all is perfect, all is whole, all is complete. Because in this moment, I am so certain of who and whose I am. I give thanks for that certainty. I give thanks for all of the gifts that I have been given. I give thanks for the opportunity to explore my wholeness, my completeness, my perfection. I give thanks for the opportunity to bring all that I am into my life and bring all that I am into the life of those whom I touch. Wanting only to be the conduit of that love. Wanting only to be the place where the light and the grace of the One shines in this world, unimpeded, beautifully, flowing effortlessly, joyously. Knowing that this is my invitation, knowing that this is my life, I release my word. I release it to the law of the One, the law that always says yes, the one that hears my word and acknowledges with a resounding yes. And so in gratitude, I release that word. And so it is. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me this evening, folks. I wish you well. Much love and many blessings. Good night.
On behalf of everyone at New Thought Media Network, thank you for being a member of our virtual family. Your financial contributions help share the New Thought message with people from around the world. Please visit and contribute at www.ntmedia.org/donate. New Thought Media Network. Come be you. And please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace and blessings. On behalf of the New Thought Media Network, thank you for being with us for this special prayer broadcast. We look forward to being with you again soon, 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Until then.